'Tis me again. Here comes my 7th video. In the last 2 videos I have outlined a great situation for the judicial system which affords them extreme ability to manipulate not just the system, their own rules, but their own personal actions to shape the law and justice. So therefore I come to an overview of the situation. In the civil courts we have found that the offenders who lay themselves open for action from the likes of us have firstly got the money, probably yours, to defend their position, but also have a very effective system of protection from the wide judicial system. On the other hand, in the criminal courts, there is not even a need for the untouchables to go to court because any action will be nullified before them. So all this adds up to the fact that through this malignant, manipulative court system in the UK, there is an incredible Aladdin's cave of opportunity for people right across the world to arrive on our shores and know that they are virtually protected from whatever offence, particularly criminal, that they could commit. That is why one finds that the City of London particularly is full of banks alongside other corporations bringing their centre of activities here. I have direct experience of this situation when I tried to get financial restitution from NatWest Bank and Royal Bank of Scotland connected thereto, which no less was derived from conspiracy to defraud with success involving a senior bank manager. I laid the responsibility at the door of Sir Fred Goodwin, but again the memorandum of understanding came into play. We lost millions in direct investment and tens of millions in project potential. This is all explained in my last biographical books. There is an obvious result of this also. Serious offences by the banks, for instance, the LIBOR, rate fixing, money laundering, mortgage fraud, and many other offences, etc., are prosecuted in the US, but not the UK. Here, the passive UK attaches itself to the coattails of some of the awards dished out in the USA against those banks quoted upon the New York Stock Exchange. But they are just relative crumbs from the table and, of course, no prosecutions. But why is nothing done about it? Simply because it is a brilliant money earner for the judicial system. Unfortunately, it is at the expense of most of the UK population as individuals or small businesses. Its manipulation and secrecy brings control and suppression of challenging claims to maintain the impunity of the rich and untouchables, literally at the expense of the ordinary citizen. Alongside this ring of steel, do not forget Special Forces Division, the Queen's Bench, which will commit you to prison if you expose a vestige of this wrongdoing. On the fringe of revealing the truth, the media keep asking why the situation persists without any change. One of the results of this situation is that it brings inequality. We see religious leadership and some politicians jumping up and down about the rich and poor, unequal society, and so on. But I think by now you have seen a very large reason why this has come about. You can realise that substantially the judicial system is the very barrier to getting justice and fairness, which would not only keep a check on the unfettered behaviour of, say, the financial system, but would rightfully balance wealth inequality to a great degree. A further point is that there is no money for the legal profession to prosecute someone in the criminal courts. Again, by suppressive rules, the courts will not give adequate compensation to victims. However, just lately, the legal profession have been very dependent upon the legal aid for protecting defendants in the criminal courts. But how much more money do they make behind the scenes when conspiring for a planned outcome? I have witnessed just recently the payment of large sums of money to gain impunity. The secrecy and corruption goes unpunished. Yet you will have seen that one of the judicial system's classic weapons, gifted by Parliament, is to bypass conventional justice and the courts by using this civil contempt of court, to imprison a victim by secret court if necessary for an indeterminate term. Such a ruling should be referred to the Attorney General, and if agreed by him or her, thence to the criminal courts before a jury for open and public scrutiny. In my case, all that was swept aside, with the Attorney General working against me in conspiracy with the Treasury Solicitor. My rights under Magna Carta, habeas corpus, appeal, even knowledge of why I had been in prison were denied me. A third world dictatorship will be proud of that performance. Another aspect is a constant cry of frustration and unfairness with regard to bankers. But just look at the public sector. Whistleblowers are paid off or victimized. No one is prosecuted. Very few people resign. No personal loss, such as pensions or financial penalties. They can apply for early retirement or transfer an equally lucrative job, and so on. In my last book, I have described the immunity and impunity for the bankers as the fourth dimension, not only yielding injustice and unfairness, but being a magnet for all those across the world who want to practice likewise. Toxic debts whistle in and out of the City of London, which has been a suitable staging post, plus money laundering and an exchange centre. Thank you for watching. My next video describes a summary of my personal history.